Have you ever wondered why you would make good progress to your goals and soon after you would do stupid shit and end up in a place worse than before you even started the progression? Have you ever wondered why, when you create something great and your brain convinces you to destroy it through doing self-deprecating habits? Well, there's a simple explanation that I've learned from watching Sam Oven's videos, and it goes like this. It's a bit like homeostasis in biology, but applied in real life. And so, whenever you are in a rut, let's say in a position where you know you can do better, and you like anything below this, you're screwed. And so you get your shit together and work hard, whether it's earning money or in your studies. And at some point, you would reach a grade or a certain amount of money that you would find more than acceptable, I would say. We will call this your peak, and this is your trough. And at this point, your brain starts telling you to do stupid shit and those self-deprecating habits. And let's say you have $5,000 in the bank, and your brain tells you, you know what, you did well. Why not let's just spend it on some garbage that you wouldn't even need, and let's just buy some stupid Xbox, or I don't know, whatever crap you buy, and you end up here again. And this cycle repeats on and on again. And this not only applies to money, it can apply to grades. And it's fascinating because it seems like whatever we do, there will be an upper limit and a lower limit that we will accept. And then we would end up regulating it such that the average of these two is our set point. Trying to reference the biology thing, but you get the point, where it's like the average of the peaks and the average of peaks and troughs is at where you end up most of the time. And that's like how people would see you, I guess. So if your room is like the cleanest shit in the world here, and the least you will accept is, I don't know, shit all over the ground, and then if your friend comes over one day and sees your home, it will be in the middle of these two conditions. And so, of course, we want to have more times that we are in this area, right? Rather than feeling like shit all day. So why do we even do this? And there are a few things that I can mention. One is something called action to reaction, and it follows Newton's third law, where it says every action has an equal and opposite reaction. And so it sounds simple, right? But let me give you an example of how we just become delusional and expect different results. So let's say I scored quite well for my last exam, which is probably not the case, but let's just pretend that was the case. And so my brain tells me, you know what? You've worked hard on it and you've gotten decent results, supposedly. Why not just go and game for, 12 hours straight? You deserve it, You deserve it. And so I'll do that, right? Because that's the dumb, like, I do the dumb things. And of course, the reaction of that is I get brain fog. I cannot wake up the next day, Okay, that looks like a coffin, but let's just assume that's a bed. Ooh. And so I don't get any work done. I feel like shit for the whole day, and yeah, nothing gets done essentially. But what we always do is expect us to be, mentally ready for the next day, even though we did the action that would get us a negative reaction. In this case, a dead person. And another example would be like if I were to judge someone for, let's say, what can I say? Judge someone for having the courage to speak on stage and keep criticizing that person. Or maybe singing on stage, doesn't matter, same thing. It doesn't even matter whether you say it out or not. As long as you have that judgmental thought, it's already done. And so the next time you are the one who's gonna be on stage, you would fear how people think of you. Because that's a normal reaction, right? If you judge people, people will judge, you will fear people will judge you for the exact same thing. And so when someone says he or she is scared of certain things, it just shows what they're insecure about and what they judge others by. Which is funny because everyone is so good at telling each other what they are, what they hate about others. And that in itself, including myself, is what I hate about myself. And so the obvious course of action is don't judge people, right? Because if you judge people, you can never take action because you will have that fear that people will judge you back. And another thing is to face the music and just fucking do the shit. Like, face the pain right in the eyes. Because only when you do so, then you will learn and make progress. You can't be in denial and make progress. You can't be in denial that you would do self-deprecating acts when you reach a high point. And if you deny it and pretend it doesn't exist, like the action of pretending it doesn't exist would result in the same shit happening, which is the reversal of the good things. And so you must face it. And since you know that every action will give you an equal and opposite reaction, then the only thing you can do is to face it and put in the input that you know will give you the output you want. And what stops, like, what's the thing that's stopping you from putting in the input? These things are like the distractions, all the classic dopamine hit shit, like games, alcohol, music, K-dramas, whatever the hell you want. Because these things will sedate the pain, and you wouldn't feel the urge to do these inputs anymore. Because your brain, the supposedly logical side of your brain, would tell you that you deserve a rest, you deserve a distraction, you deserve to numb yourself from the pain because it's hard to take. And therefore, if there's no pain, why would you take the action to put in the input? And why would there be an output that you want? And only when we have consistent input to our goals or whatever the shit we want to do in life, then we will have the output, which is what we want to get out of life, essentially. And so we have, clearly, if you can see it, you have to remove these distractions that numb the supposed pain so that you can do the work, put in the input that gets you the equal and opposite output. And to sum this all up, I'm gonna show a picture of the quote that sort of inspired me to even wake up and shit. And of course it's by Sam Ovens. And he says, "We are not the highest version of ourselves which we can imagine. We are the lowest version of ourselves which we can accept. Understand that you will do nothing to achieve your dreams, but fight like hell to not breach your standards. As humans, we will do more to not lose something than we will to gain it. If you want to achieve your dreams and goals, you must turn them into irrefutable standards." And with that, I thank you for watching till the end. Bye bye.